Hey, Pretty and Pride listeners. Ken and I had a bit of a boring week. Nothing major seemed to happen. No big updates. Work, home, repeat. But we still turned it into a full episode for you guys. This week we're talking C-dramas, weddings past and present, the Super Bowl very briefly. And of course, we've decided to plan out our 2026 and 2027 travel plans. So yes, our week was uneventful, but we hope this episode isn't. Thank you for tuning in.
Okay. I don't feel no man, but I'ma still put 60 in this Drake. Set it off like Queen Latifah, nigga playing with my cake. Split the bag up with my brother, 50-50 what we made. I can't let no nigga eat that ain't contribute to this plate. Run it up,
Welcome back, Pretty and Pride listeners. I'm your host, Ken.
I'm Kiki. Do we need a new intro for season 2?
What do we want the intro to be?
I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there while we're talking.
Okay. Let's workshop it. Let's workshop it. Live workshop it.
No.
Off riff.
Shooting from the hip.
Mix. Oh, yeah.
You're a big old birthday cake.
I was getting a lot of site content come through on my FYP, which was great. And it was like, I wanted to encourage more. So I kept liking it. What ended up happening is the person who was posting the site content also is posting Titus and Andromedon content.
Oh, perfect.
So I was like, yes, you're understanding where I'm at. So then I was liking that as well. So I'm interested to see what will pop up next.
I was having an opposite sort of problem yesterday where my FYP stopped suggesting Chinese dramas for me to watch strictly on TikTok, and it started showing me sponsored ads to go find them somewhere else. I don't want to watch it outside of my phone. So then I was like, well, let me go back to all of my saved ones and start, watching them from there. Finally, things are right in the world.
Yeah.
And I'm getting lots of Chinese dramas offered to me today. I already watched one. So
that's hilarious because it's like they went through this whole thing to acquire TikTok because of this concept of propaganda. And what happened is there's like a proliferation of people.
Everyone loves C-dramas.
Everyone's watching the Chinese dramas.
Mm-hmm. We're learning Chinese and
yeah.
Yep. So yeah, I can't wait to get back and watch a different one today. Some of them are like so depressing. Like I can't do 60 episodes of like a weak female lead, even when the male lead is very attractive. I'm like, I want to watch this, but I'm like, I can't. Like, you're just gonna let everyone bully you, and we're not doing that. I like a little mix up. So, anyways, we'll see what I get into today.
I need people to understand that you're kind of a monster watching these.
Why?
Like, I will FaceTime you or call you.
Yeah.
And you will answer the phone. What?
That's because you're never like, hey, like, let's something to say. You're never offering to do something for me. You're never you don't even have anything to talk about. I answer and you just stare at me.
Don't
and
have
I'm
anything
like,
to talk about. I want to talk to my sister.
Yeah.
We talk we
do
usually
talk every day.
every single day.
Yeah.
And it'll be like, oh, I haven't talked to Kiki today. So I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna FaceTime you.
Yeah, but then you don't say anything when I answer. I'm like, I just cut off my drama and all you're doing is staring at me.
I'm like, I have no idea.
Because you traumatized me because you call me and you're always like, can you pick up Starbucks? I'm like, okay, every time you call me, it's a freaking errand. I don't want to do this. So I'm like, okay, what awful, horrible thing is she going to ask me to do today?
And then I'll be talking to you and you'll be so disinterested because I can see written all over your face.
Sometimes you call me like, I have 3 episodes left.
Like, I want you to shut up so that I can...
You're talking nonsense right now.
Get back to what I was doing, which is way more interesting than talking to you.
Actually, I was like, maybe I need to start watching the ones that are actually made for TV. But they're like, 30, 45 episodes, 30 minutes long. I'm like, I don't know if I have it in me, but they're telling more of a full story. So anyways, we'll see what I get into. I started getting some K-dramas across my FYP. I think it's because I've been following the cast of Singles Inferno, season 5, which is in Korea.
Okay.
Oh, not to get in like other people's drama, but
yeah, I was just thinking
there's a whole war going on right now. Someone's called them siblings, the Southeast Asian. There's the fellow Southeast Asian countries.
Southeast, not the Korean comedian.
No. Well, no, that's something different.
But
now the Korean people on Twitter are fighting against all of like other Southeast Asians on Twitter. Now Japan and China are into it because it all started.
Yes. Educate me.
There was a concert in Malaysia, and you're not supposed to bring big professional cameras in. And some people from Korea came and they did bring their cameras in and they got called out. Well, that kicked off like a total war on Twitter over like Koreans thinking that they're like the white people of Asia, and they think that they're just like capitalist U.S. lap dogs, and they think they're very racist. They think everyone else is ugly because they're darker. And so there was one comment that said that, oh God, I have to find it. It's so, well, maybe I won't find it. But basically, the rest of the Southeast Asians are basically like, well, if you guys fell into the ocean, it would be riddled with plastic because, like you think you're better than everyone. All you guys do is cut up in your face and get plastic surgery. And like, it's a big Twitter war. So I will find that comment after we're done filming and send it to you.
There were two things that came across because, first of all, I end up in these things where it's like, okay, people, here's what's happening over on white TikTok. I'm in white people's business,
exactly.
Right? So then I had separately, someone that I follow was commenting on how, like, following the Super Bowl, there was, I think because of all the Chinese dramas, everyone's like, oh, the next Super Bowl will be a Chinese performer. And then I think the Southeast Asian community was like, oh, what if it's like Bollywood? And someone being like, we're not likable enough around the world because we're terrible when it comes to our, ability to like interact with other people in a productive way. And then talking about like Vivek. Anyways.
Yes.
I don't get into other, race wars and things like that.
But yeah, I
don't get involved with that. But then there was that awful comedian.
Yeah.
Ultimately, anyone who is trying to position themselves in proximity to whiteness is a problem.
Agreed.
So regardless. Also, it
just wasn't a funny joke. It just wasn't funny. Like,
I just, first of all, men are not funny.
True.
Like, they're just inherently not. Occasionally, they can slip through.
You can get a laugh, but...
yeah, like, so I get it. They're out there trying to, make themselves feel things, but race is so complex.
It really is.
It's just so complex. I somehow end up on these TikToks where people are playing that game where you like spin a wheel and then it's like one side is this and the other side is this. And there were these two Asian guys and it was like one side is Korean, one side is like white
Black
people.
American. Oh.
And it was like, has at least had one plastic surgery or something, like is, like, and it was like, oh, okay. So like, this is what they're working with. And I'm guessing that's in reference to the plastic.
Yes. Dude, the surgeons over in Korea though, they're in their bag, buddy. Like they do look great,
I will say, like, I'm very apprehensive when it comes to Korean skincare products because I just...
Oh, yeah, they're trying to lighten you, for
feel
sure.
like they have a different concept of beauty in terms of skin tone and melanin that I'm not trying to lighten myself anymore.
Agreed.
In fact, I want to darken myself.
Facts on facts.
Anyways.
So,
lots of drama happening over there, but I love that you're watching a bunch of C-dramas. The answer to the American belief of propaganda in owning this app was China said, okay, we're going to make such shitty entertainment that they'll have no choice.
Well, I was watching someone say that, or I was on TikTok, and someone was saying that a lot of the C-dramas, first of all, they're not allowing them to do harem dramas anymore. They put a stop to those.
What do you
for some reason.
mean?
I know. But what
like
they are doing...
Men with concubines and their
like
harem?
They're not allowed to do the historical ones and like make new ones of that specific period.
I mean, yeah,
But I
guess.
love those. I love all of them. But then the other thing that they were saying was that a lot of them have become spicier. And they were saying that's because they're trying to reverse what happened with the one-child policy. So they're trying to liven things up so people have, more kids. I was like, interesting. That's a very interesting thought process. Yeah.
They got brains.
They do.
Really
Brains for
thinking about
days.
things.
Let's move off of China and all of Asia at this time. What's going on? How was your week?
I think my week was pretty good. It's just been really exhausting overall, I feel. But other than that, I think like going to a wedding, everyone's using like anti-wedding descriptions, not anti-wedding, but like it's a wedding that they're not calling a wedding. They're like, oh, it's a party. I'm like, you mean a reception? Like, what are we talking about? So I'm going to that. I've been looking forward to that. I'm like this close to meeting some deadlines that I feel like are going to free up some of my time. So I'm looking forward to that as well.
I love a wedding. It's like, I always say it's adult prom. I love getting dressed up. I love getting my hair done, my makeup done, and finding a gown. I will invest some serious cash into being a wedding guest for myself. And then the gift, I guess. But really, it's just because I like, it's just so fun. It's a good time. I haven't been to a wedding in, it feels like a while. Remember that year I went to like 3 or 4 weddings in one? And like, that was a time of my life.
I was actually debating if I wanted to wear what I wore to our cousin's wedding or if I wear this new dress that I got. The theme of this party is like disco.
Okay.
And so I was thinking that I would want to wear something that's like fully sequined. So I bought this fully sequined long gown.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But what I wore to our cousin's wedding was like a jumpsuit that has like a flare legs. So I'm like, what do I think is going to give more of like the Studio 54 vibe that in my mind I'm going for? But I'm also like, wait, am I trying to go for like an elegant? I don't know. I don't know what my vibe is.
I feel like also, what shoes are you going to wear? You have to wear your platforms. That's so disco.
And I wanted to wear my red platforms and I bought the dress to be tall, thinking it would be longer. It does reach my feet, but it does not reach my feet in a way in which if I wore a 5-inch platform, like they're like on full display basically.
Well, good, because people need to see how cute the shoes are.
I don't know if they go with the dress, so I'll have to
okay, we'll look
try
at
it on
later.
And you can tell me. But that's part of why I'm like, wait, I bought this dress like, okay, if I can wear these platforms, it'll be a total vibe. I'm not sure, and now I'm like, well, maybe I'll wear this other thing that I wore that exact same outfit for, which we looked so good at that wedding.
Cute.
We were not prepared for how cute that venue was.
We were not prepared. It was very inconvenient to get to. Like the Google Maps doesn't route you the right way. But man, it was beautiful. They served Chick-fil-A. It was like a
They served Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
Girl, what?
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
I was pretty sure. Yeah, they had like chicken nuggets and stuff.
No. You were totally thinking about something else.
I don't think so. Am I?
Yes.
Okay. What did they serve at this wedding?
Regular food.
It was Chick-fil-A.
No, it wasn't.
Okay. Fine.
There's no way. No.
I'm not saying they served it as their formal dinner. I just thought they had it there.
No, don't you remember there was that whole like bar area that had like
I thought they had like mac and cheese and stuff. I don't know what I'm thinking of. I've been to so many weddings.
Girl, I don't know what you're thinking of.
I thought this was like a reception snack, not the formal meal. Is what I was talking about. But anyways, cute wedding. It was like a fall dream.
It was a fall moment.
Yeah.
And we had come back from day in Vegas. Did we have come back from that or were we going to that? It was yeah.
My hair was the same way it was for day in Vegas. So it was around that time, yeah.
Yeah. So it was the same time and we just were our white family was not ready for how black and beautiful we were.
Yes.
Because we were definitely showing out.
I actually don't have much to say, it seems like.
Well, what happened this week is the Super Bowl took place on Sunday. I know it feels like ages ago. Everyone's already talked about it. I don't have much to add to it other than that had to have been the most... What?
Nothing.
That had to have been the most boring sport I've ever seen. I learned a lot texting other people, asking them questions about the sport. Like, I didn't know that the teams had a separate kicker for the field goal thing and the kicking it across the field.
I don't think I knew that, but I knew it.
I didn't realize that they were there's 2 different kickers.
Yeah.
I didn't think a team needed 2 people that could kick a ball, but apparently I learned that because this past Super Bowl, the person who kicks the ball down the field for the other team to catch it, I guess that person's called the kicker?
Yeah.
The punter?
No, the punter's the one that I thought... No, maybe it is the punter. And the kicker's one that fits through the field goal.
He was right.
Nobody learned anything from us because I'm an idiot. But the punter who's kicking it down the field for the other team to catch, MVP in my book, because that's where all the points came from. But yeah, learn something new about this sport I don't watch and don't care about. Also, my general takeaways. I love a story where they were playing in this quarterback's face because they were like, he was on this team, and then he was on this team, and then he was on this team. Basically, this man was like unwanted by all the teams that he had ever been on, only to land at the Seahawks with, I guess, the best defense and win the Super Bowl. So I love a story like that.
What was the quarterback's name? I don't know who the Seahawks quarterback.
Randall?
Maybe.
Grant? Am I close? Barnard? Barnder? You know what? I can Google. I think it's interesting that... okay, let me look up this. I can't do two things at once. I don't know if this is like an interesting thing to anyone else. Most of the things I think about probably are not. But I feel like when Sam Darnold. I knew I was close. I said Barnard.
You did say Barnard.
Sam Darnold. Wow. He definitely needs the facial hair and the mustache because that's actually a baby. You know what? That looks like a grown man on the field. Okay. This looks like a baby, like a cherub. He looks like a cherub to me. 1997.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a lot of teams for someone under the age of... You know what? Okay.
29.
Anywho, I think it's very interesting. I don't watch football, so maybe it's not that interesting. But I think it's very interesting that it seems like Cardi B and Stephon Diggs broke up.
Yes, it
before
does seem
the
that way.
Super Bowl,
Or right
at the Super
45
Bowl,
minutes after.
right after the Super Bowl.
Oh my gosh, he did a 20 carousel Instagram dump.
No.
Yeah.
20?
Yeah, that's for girls. Like
They
I gotta show you-
want to be bad, but just
I gotta
so
show you one of these pictures
badly.
because someone on TikTok was talking about this. It's hilarious. Hold on. Okay, first off, there's so many rolls, but then she's going through his photos and she's like, hold on, this one. His Birkin, his apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur.
Shut up.
Like, he's trying to pop out and you lost your bitch and this is what you're posting on Instagram? Hilarious.
I just feel like the way in which the NFL responded to the celebrity of Taylor Swift and like this Travis Kelce relationship, I feel like there were actually a lot of famous people at the Super Bowl that they don't really pay any attention to most
Lots
of
of
the
people
time.
date famous people. Simone Biles is dating a football player. I'm like, there's a lot of, athlete, and
Yeah,
I like
feel
that.
like I
like it.
saw Jay-Z, Adam Sandler, and then they're showing me some guy I've never heard of.
Jay-Z's
this person.
always there.
Just a rich person.
Because he does
I'm
the
just like,
halftime shows.
I don't understand. I feel
Yeah.
like there was just a lot of attention played to that. So, NFL.
There's
whatever.
theories that they broke up because, he got found out for having a scam charity. And that's just against her brand. So
Oh, Travis and Taylor?
we'll see.
Whatever. All I know is that it was really funny because Cardi B apparently, good luck. Good luck. Yep. She's just so funny.
She is funny.
Iconic.
She's on tour right now. It actually does look great. And of course, she only has 2 albums, so she's going back in the discography. I'm like, I feel like we should try to go.
Well, okay. Buy us tickets.
Why do I have to do everything?
I'm a sink.
Okay. I'm also a sink.
2 sinks don't make a tub.
You're a bitch.
I think we should totally go. I don't know where
Okay.
she's playing.
Let's figure it out.
Okay, so anyways, Bad Bunny's halftime performance. I
Great.
enjoyed it. Didn't understand all the symbolism. So what I love about the internet and TikTok is that y'all will educate me.
I loved
And
all the people coming out being like, I was grass number 56.
that's also been great. I really, you know what I've realized too is that like we've become so dumb as a society and as a culture in general that like people could get on this app, speak a little Spanish, tell me anything, and I'll be like, oh, they know.
Naturally.
You know? And it's like, because what am I going to do? I can't refute what they say. So.
Okay, we're going to be pretty out of luck for Cardi B.
Shit hurt me every day. Get on my knees, pray. I'm trying to find another way. I gotta get up out the jungle. Niggas killing just to eat. Them lies ain't playing fair, so it's been getting I don't give my heart away. This shit hurt me every day. I get on my knees and pray. I'm trying
My week was good. Thanks for asking. I don't think anything happened.
I mean, I don't think so either.
Work. Doggos. That's it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well. Anything coming up that you're looking forward to? Do you have any plans this weekend?
Not celebrating Valentine's Day. It is a 3-day weekend, so I'm excited to hopefully be well rested and like get things in order.
You don't work on Monday?
No, it's complicated.
Okay.
It's not for the
either.
pod. Cool. I think coming up, no, there's like literally nothing. Why is this all of a sudden? We have nowhere to go and nothing to do or anything to be.
No, I mean, not really. Clearly.
What do you want to do?
I don't know.
I want to get my life together, but yeah, we could do something on Monday.
You want to get your life together?
Yeah.
What does that look like?
Like I need to go and like replenish like supplies around my house and stuff.
Okay. I need to return a couple of things at Ulta. I'd love to do executive hours, but I don't know if Costco would be open. I've never done executive hours.
Sunday. They don't take President's Day off at Costco. That's crazy. You're not a bank. You can't do that.
I mean,
you get
all of
Christmas
our-
and Thanksgiving. That's it in retail. Okay? You can't do that. You can't do that.
I do think they take Memorial Day.
Okay, fine. Not President's Day.
Fine.
But we should go Sunday. Sunday's the best day.
Okay. I would love
9
to.
a.m.
I've been wanting to do executive hours, but I've just never been able to. So I would
It's
love
so
to do
good.
that.
Us executives really know how to shop. We really know what gets the people going.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got to go to bed early tonight.
Uh-huh.
Well, early enough to wake up at 9 a.m.
To wake up at 8:30 so I can be there by 9.
Yeah. Well, because it's from 9 to 10, you have a little bit of leeway.
Okay.
So you can do 8:45. You know, I got there at 9:15. Man, I was out there by 9:30. I was like, this is
I feel like I get gas as well. So maybe we make it a whole vibe.
I did this a few weeks ago.
know,
I'm
you were telling
telling
me.
you, it's a vibe, okay? So 8:30 is fine.
And then maybe we get brunch after?
No, we can't. Well, we can, but you have to drop all of our stuff off.
Okay.
So sure. Let's go to Denny's.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. We have plenty of time because if we're doing executive hours, we're working the way an executive
Executives
does.
know how to move along with their day. Exactly.
We can maximize the time.
We're maximizing our time. Okay.
Perfect.
Good plan.
Okay.
I'm trying to think what else is coming up.
I have made plans to use some of the credit from the Birmingham trip that I canceled to just take a quick little escape with my friend. She's going to be somewhere for a conference. I was like, you know what? Got this useless ass fucking credit. Nowhere to go. Might as well. So that's coming up next month. I'm looking forward to that. Luckily, it's only for a couple of days, so you don't have to worry. I won't be going to any restaurants someone has had on their list for a long time.
We have no plans to travel this year. No solid plans. We need to start making things. Are we doing... That looks hilarious. Are we doing the vineyard in summer?
I was thinking, yeah, we should try and make that happen. But I don't know when. I feel like we have to figure out when we're going to go back to Disneyland. We have to figure out when we want to do a sister's trip.
New Orleans.
I think we talked about doing Disneyland again in commemoration of when we went to Disneyland Paris. So sometime in April.
Yeah, we just need to put it on the books. You know, it's
So-
not hard to get. I mean, we just need to put it on the books.
Put it on the books. Oh, we can use some of the credit from our Birmingham cancellation to get us to Disneyland.
Yeah.
Great. Let's do that. What about New Orleans? I still want to go.
I'm just saying we have no solid plans. We just have ideas in the ether, and that's starting to I don't know. You know, we need to start putting something on the calendar.
Okay.
So,
I can't.
I really want to go to China.
You know how on Windows it'll have that picture that like rotates?
Yeah, did you see the beautiful like thing on the dock?
Like the cave in China?
Oh no, I saw a beautiful it was in Hong Kong. It was like I don't know how to explain it. Almost like a gazebo, but the Chinese style.
The point is, the Chinese have infiltrated.
Yeah, I'm ready,
infiltrated TikTok. They're infiltrating my Windows pictures. Because this entire time I'm like, yeah, I would love to travel the world, but I have no idea what I would do in certain places.
Yeah.
China is one of those places where I'm like, I could find things, I'm sure, but like that seems like a lot of work and I don't feel like necessarily doing that. So it makes it difficult for me to think about going there. So Windows, TikTok, they heard me. They said, you know what? We got you.
I just feel like it's so huge. Like you need to go 17 times in your life to see everything. But I feel like I could figure something out,
But it's like, I don't know, like, I think you kind of get a sense of like, okay, this area or this monument or this, landmark, like you have some sense of it, right?
No, I feel like I'm starting in either Hong Kong or Shanghai, and once I have the place, I'll figure everything else out.
Yeah, but again, I would love to travel with you because you're going to plan everything, For me, I'm like,
not yet proven that to you, so I don't know why you think that every time we travel, you plan everything. So I'm glad you think it.
I didn't plan anything.
You planned all of Paris.
No, I didn't.
I think we kind of planned it together, but yeah.
I mean,
you picked the flights and the hotel,
but I was like more around what you wanted to do.
And then I said I rattled off things I wanted to do. You did a lot of the research. You planned all of Disney. So.
It's funny you bring this up because I have a really good friend who just got back from Japan. She would like a group of us to go celebrate a milestone birthday for her in Hawaii. And she asked us before she went to Japan, she's planning Japan, she doesn't have time to think. Could we plan this trip to Hawaii? This person is the person who plans our trips, okay? Like, she is the one who is putting the list together, bringing things you wouldn't even think of, like headlamps when you go camping. Like, I would never think of that. Yeah, we'll plan it. We'll put it together. Man, if I haven't been asking her for suggestions and thoughts, I'm like, yeah, I know you really don't want to plan it, but I'm actually going to need you to plan this. So I have someone who plans trips when I'm on them. But somehow I've defaulted to be primarily the trip planner when she's not the one traveling with me. I think you can do China, though.
I think we can do China. I think it's an idea. You just source ideas, you just get something.
I'm not saying that I couldn't plan a trip to China. I'm just saying when I think of like places that I want to go, I don't know anything else to do. I don't know anything else other than Disney to do in China.
I just think it'd be so cool to see it.
I'm sure there's plenty of things to do. I just don't know what I'd want to do.
Well, I guess it's also, in some ways, like, yeah, you want to maximize your trip and what you would do, but I also am like, it's just cool to see places. I don't have to necessarily go do something, like have something every day that I'm like, I need to go see this monument, X, Y, and Z. I'm like, I just want to like walk around, eat some food, and you'll figure it out as you get closer to there. Step 1, just book the ticket. Step 2.
Yeah. That's how I felt about Japan, primarily. It was like, I let my husband plan that trip because I really only cared about maybe going to a couple of shrines. Like, I want to see historical architecture and, things that you typically can't see anywhere. Like, you can go to Europe and you can see the same type of architecture with the exception of, like, what is that? La Sagrada Familia? Like, certain parts of Barcelona. But it's like, I want to see things that are like unique to those areas.
Yeah.
So I didn't really care, because again, I could go there. I'm going to be entertained. There's malls everywhere.
Sure, exactly.
There's food everywhere.
Exactly. We're going to have a great time. So yeah, I want to go to China.
It's just been interesting because I saw this like gorgeous, it was like a picture of this gorgeous cave and it was multicolored. So it had like blues, oranges, and purples. And I'm not sure if it's like from the mineral deposits of the water or anything. I didn't investigate further, but I was like, oh, where's this picture? You can see, ask, where's this picture taken? And it was like somewhere in China. I'm like, oh, let me put that on my little list. That'd be cool to see that in real life.
I know we were talking about London in 2027, but I think we should do China as a sister's trip. Wait, no, we have to do Disney. Hold on. When's the best time to visit China? Maybe we do no London, only China and Disney.
I got you that book.
Yep. There's just not enough time and money to do all the things I want to do.
We're just planning the $40,000 to $50,000 vacation. Yeah, we need to get this podcast up and running now, okay? Because I'm gonna need to fucking expense those trips.
I really want to go to China.
Yeah, 2027, we're expensing those trips.
I didn't get a chance to go to Japan. I've only been to India and all of the Asian continent. And I've only been to one city in India. I'm like, even that's ginormous. You know, I have so much to see. Can't be wasting my time with, honestly, Martha's Vineyard. What a waste.
China. Okay, I actually loved the idea of China for 2027 until I remembered that, like, oh yeah, there's this like $30,000 trip that we're trying to take.
That's a generous use of weird, but yeah. Yeah.
That I'm trying to take and rope you into.
I need to figure out when is a good time to go to China.
Not in the summer.
Shay-la-la. When's the best time to go to China?
They're like, it's an entirely ginormous country spanning across 4 time zones and 35 climates, but you want to ask when's the best time to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a general gist. Is during spring or fall?
Yeah,
So spring.
that would make sense. Don't go when it's really cold. Don't go when it's really hot.
Cold but dry winter. March. Leave me alone.
I actually love this idea.
I know.
So
May
we
is a
hit-
good month.
we
March
hit
and May.
2 Disney parks in May. In the continent. On the continent.
We got to do what we got to do, you know? How far are Shanghai and China and Hong Kong? Let's look at a map. China.
I was like, wait, while we're there, should we go to Singapore, go to Universal?
Singapore.
Nintendo World?
I think there's a lot of, well, actually, I don't know. Show me the major cities of China. This is just a... Okay. No, I want to see it for myself first. Then I'll go to Google Maps. Leave me alone. Okay. Shanghai's over here. Beijing is over here. I want to go to Beijing.
I feel like they're close. I feel like Hong Kong and Shanghai are close.
Hongshaishu. Yeah. Hong Kong is, they're on like the same coast near the east. One's near the East China Sea and one's near the South China Sea.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Shanghai to Hong Kong. This is going to be fun. Okay. 3-hour flight. An 8-hour speed train. That could be cool. You can see so much of the countryside, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's an extra 5 hours, but that'd be really cool. But I feel like, don't you also, I probably would want to also see Beijing. I don't know
we can
what's
go
there.
to other parts of China.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, you're going to plan that trip.
Now, where's the Great Wall, though? He doesn't know.
He doesn't know, and so...
But
and
even
also-
if you said it, I wouldn't understand what you mean.
Along the entire northern border, practically.
Oh, between them and Mongolia, yeah. That was what Mulan was about, huh? That was what Mulan was about. Okay.
It's north of Beijing.
Okay. Perfect.
What? Oh, yeah, that was what Mulan was about. Do you think we should go to the Great Wall before we go to, like, Beijing, Hong Kong, like, basically make our way south so that we can first start with the Mulan, then go to
Really get the vibes when we're in Disney. I think we need to figure out how it's probably once you're in country, easier to travel in country, you know, and cheaper. Mm-hmm. So you need to figure out how to get there easiest, most direct. Like, so most flights probably fly direct to Hong Kong. So that's probably or Shanghai versus Beijing.
Okay. Yeah. I love this idea. I would love to do that next year. And you need to figure out, like, would you want to try? I mean, I wouldn't recommend this, but would you want to try and squeeze in Tokyo?
I don't know. But we definitely need to get over there before the world goes to crap and they don't let us in anymore. So.
Okay.
And this gives me a year to learn Chinese.
Yep.
can't wait. I feel like I'd be better at learning a different language other than French because I have too much perfectionism when it comes to French because I used to speak it fluently. So now I'm like too proud to not be good at it, that I'm like, no, it should be perfect. I used to be able to speak it. And so like it gets in my head versus I feel like with another language, maybe I'd be more willing to try because I never had an expectation that I should be able to speak that anyways.
Well, maybe you should stop telling yourself that you used to speak it fluently and tell yourself that you used to speak it good enough.
And nothing's as good. Okay, yeah, maybe I should just stop thinking about it and just start speaking it.
Yeah, like you're not a native French speaker that lost it. You were not
so much
fluent.
time. I really am holding on to the past, like a fucking high school quarterback or something. Like I would have made it. I would have been drafted D1 if I didn't twist my ankle during the homecoming game. Like, get over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that you can, understand an R in a silent H is good enough. So just give it a go.
True. There's just so much I want to accomplish in life,
Yeah.
And re-accomplishing things is annoying.
I mean, I will say that at least in France, like you could speak French and they might think like you're French because they think like
Until
that
I
over
said,
there.
I don't know what you're saying right now.
Yeah. Whereas in China, you can speak perfect Chinese and they're never going to think that you're Chinese.
True that.
So
True that. They could. There's
No.
No.
They will never think that you're Chinese.
They have military bases over there where black people had to go, but yeah, I don't look half black, half Chinese.
Like, you may
Yeah.
I'm sure there are black people who are technically Chinese. That's not what anyone in
Yes,
China is going to look at you
exactly.
and think if you speak fluent Chinese. So,
Yeah.
fluent Mandarin, they're not going to be like, oh, you clearly were born here and belong to this country. My fellow
Chinaman. All right, well, I got to get on it.
Yeah.
my Chinese
Okay.
lessons.
I love this. I love this plan.
So we'll plan for between March
that's
and May.
2027.
Yeah.
Great.
You gotta
what
start
about
planning now.
2026?
Okay, 2026, we're not doing international travel, we already said. I have
Yeah.
to renew my passport also. We're not doing international travel as a family. I might for other things.
Okay.
For work.
I actually really like the idea of Martha's Vineyard. I feel like that'll be a different vibe if we can swing it. I think we need to figure out when we can do it, and I think it should be sometime in the summer.
Yeah, I thought we were going to do August.
Love that.
Okay, August, Martha's Vineyard.
August, let's look into it, and
April,
we can do-
Disneyland. August, Martha's Vineyard.
sometime between
Sometime
then,
New Orleans.
Dallas. Oh,
What are we going to do in Dallas?
I need to go to the World Cup somehow.
Have fun. I would love to go. I don't want to feel left out. But when's that happening in Dallas?
I don't know.
Okay.
Another thing I got to research. The thing is just like the Kendrick Lamar concert, I feel like I need someone to have access to give me tickets because I'm not going to pay for that.
Did that happen for the Kendrick Lamar concert?
No, and that's why.
No. Every time we try this scam, it never works out in our favor. We always end up having to find the tickets. Remember I said the same thing about Taylor Swift?
I know. Someone did come through for you, though, on that.
Yeah. She bought tickets and then had an extra one. That's not the same as, like, contact someone that you know that has box seats in Cowboy Stadium and see if I can go to this concert, and nothing ever comes from it.
I mean, I can't. I know.
Okay.
Quite honestly, it's in June. Okay.
How
I
much are
will
tickets?
see if I can guilt one side of our family.
You can't. Good luck.
I'll try.
Okay. For 2 tickets? The producer's not going to come?
3 if he wants to go.
Do you want to go? Okay, you don't know.
I don't even know who's playing in Arlington Stadium. There was this whole thing where people in the UK were like flabbergasted that the World Cup cities were so far, like the World Cup cities in the US were far away from where the stadiums were. So like it was called Dallas, but it's actually in Arlington.
Yeah.
And it's like,
That's the way America works, baby.
just this idea of like, people conceptually don't understand how huge this country is and like why it's.
Well, yeah, and like most places aren't going to have the stadium in the heart of downtown. That's insane. Like,
Yeah.
You're going to have it kind of on the outskirts where it's not causing a traffic jam every single week that there's a game. So, but agreed. People don't get it.
It's just because I remember when we were going to the UK, like my team is Liverpool. That fucker is 2 hours outside of London. Now, mind you, I wasn't expecting it to be in the heart of London. There are a lot of teams where I didn't even realize that they were in London. I think Crystal Palace is one of them. I'm like, what? What are you guys doing? But anyways, all that to say, like, yeah, you can't just clop a bunch of ginormous stadiums into city centers where people live and work. Like, if it's 30 minutes, that's actually really, really close.
Really close.
From U.S. standards. So, and that's by car. Now, if we had a high-speed rail line in the U.S., if
we had a high-speed rail line, it also would, I mean, you just have to get somewhere and then Uber, you know, like.
Yeah.
It would. There's too many major cities, you know. Not to say we shouldn't have them, but it's like, even between, like, if you just look at Texas, like Houston, Dallas, Austin, like, that's just 3 cities. And that's a really long rail line just to hit those 3.
3 hours apart.
Not even getting to El Paso or anything, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Well, I remember thinking that too, like, the Patriots state, like where the Patriots play is in Foxborough, Massachusetts, also 30 minutes outside of Boston. Nobody's, you know, like in the US, like, yeah, you're going to say Foxborough because who the fuck is going to know what in reference to where that is, right? Like, you're going to know capital cities. You reference things by the capital city. Just like in fucking New York. Where do those Jersey people play? They play up in Jersey, right? The Jets? They're out in Jersey.
Yeah.
Why are you guys called the New York Jets? You're not even playing in the same fucking state.
Yeah.
That don't even make any sense. But that's just how the U.S. is just like that.
And it's so funny because in juxtaposition of like Paris, where actually the train will take you directly to Disneyland, I'm like, I don't think I've ever experienced anything. Like, how did you build this metro to go right to Disneyland? That's insane. You never have something like that.
Yeah, but that's still 40 minutes outside.
Yeah.
Of Paris, right? It's called Disneyland Paris. It's not. It might be in Paris County, whatever the county and region of fucking of France is, but like, it's not in Paris.
Yeah. Because wouldn't that be ridiculous?
Just fucking in the middle of the fucking Seine. Disney would do some shit like that though. Like, oh yeah, we're just gonna come fucking obliterate the history of your entire fucking city.
God, I love Paris. I would kill to be on a river cruise on the Seine right now.
Okay, there are quite a few matches, so I'm gonna see, you know, like, please.
Okay, but the other thing that you have to think about is going to cost a lot of money to fly in there. So, like, do we go a couple of days? Like, how early do you go or book your ticket? You should probably book your ticket sooner rather than later before the airlines catch on.
Well, I would need tickets. I'm not going to fucking Dallas just for the fucking sake of it.
Well, yeah.
Oh, tickets for the first game, Netherlands versus Japan. Okay, only $1,700 per ticket.
In the nosebleeds? So we took it until it gets a little closer to the game. How many are still left for purchase?
I mean, if we wanted like a VIP, it's only $40,000.
That's it?
Yeah. Oh wait, these are 2,000. They're in a nice area. Hold on. Behind the bench. Ooh. Find you a man. Find you a little Netherlands or Japanese man.
Japanese.
Okay. Anywho, we're done with that.
Okay.
I love the idea of us just constantly planning trips. That was one of my weekly ins because it gives me so much relief to know that there's something joyful on the horizon.
You know, we gotta actually put it into the universe by putting it on the calendar. So, okay. I'm so excited now that we have things on the calendar.
We have 7 trips.
No. We have,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6. Disneyland. World Cup.
Martha's Vineyard.
Haunted Halloween Birthday Bash.
Yeah.
China.
Okay.
Birthday Bonanza. Birthday Blast.
Okay. 6. Okay.
Yeah. We're going to save it for China.
You want to go in March?
No, they say May. Well, so March is right, and it starts to get a little warmer after winter. April, it rains a lot. And then May. But I feel like sometimes if you go too close to April, then you still end up in the rainy season, you know? So
that happened in Paris.
A little bit. So I just feel like March sounds nice. I don't know. I have a good feeling about March. Also, I feel like it's so fun to do a trip that sooner in the new year. I feel like when we did Paris, that 4 months in between the new year and, January, February, March, until we got to April, it was like torture. I was like, please, why is it taking so long to get to my vacation, you know?
Yeah.
And so May, I feel like I'd be really
burnt out.
I would be like pressed every day. Like, when's it coming? Whereas I feel like March, I just got off the new year. My birthday's there. You keep
Black
going.
History
And then before
Month.
you know it, it's March and you're in China and you're having the time of your life, baby. I'll do more weather research though.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, this has been a mess of an episode.
It's a fucking mess and a half. It's a mess, babes. All right. I don't have any weekly ins and outs, but do you?
I feel like I did, and then they totally escaped me. Okay. In for me this week, I think I'm just going to say again, Black women. Out for me this week is, okay. I may have already said this before as an out of mine, but every week or so, I maybe get in my car and drive somewhere. It's a rare thing, but it sometimes happens. And what I cannot stand is the people who realize too late that they need to get off the freeway.
Yeah.
And decide to cut across several lanes of traffic to get off the freeway immediately. Mm-hmm. I don't feel like we all need to die and or panic simply because you won't go to the next exit.
Agreed.
You can easily turn around. So yeah, I don't know what it is about, the selfishness of people's perceived sense of main character syndrome and or urgency, but I don't think anything's that urgent, and it's out for me this week. That happened to me this morning.
Did you get a new phone case?
No, this is very old.
Okay. That happened to you this morning.
It happened to me this morning. It's like, dude, I don't get it. So it's just always going to be out for me, but because it happened so recently, it's out for me this week.
Yeah. I agree. I called you that one day. I said, you're ever driving behind someone, you're like, there's just no way you drive this way. Like, I just refuse to believe that this is how you drive. Like,
oh my God.
Okay, got any ins?
I told you, my ins are black women. Like, there's just really nothing more that needs to be said about that.
Love it.
And I love a Cardi B tour.
Yeah,
that is kicking off on the heels of a breakup.
Maybe we're stopping with concerts and we're starting on trips, I would like both to happen.
We barely started on concerts. What is stopping on concerts when we barely started?
I feel like we went to so many shows in the past few years. Future and Metro, you didn't go, but I went. Okay, Megan Thee Stallion. Okay. We tried Bonnaroo, tried Flog Gnaw. We saw Clips. I feel like we're going to shows all the time.
You named one handful, and I wasn't even at one of those.
That's a lot in just a few years. Like, you went to Hinterland. We've seen a lot of music in the past years, more than most people, I'd say.
I think I think I would agree with you if it wasn't that we are seeing predominantly like established stadium level artists, with the exception of Clips.
Well, yeah, because everything's so expensive these days.
2 of those were festivals, so I feel like that's a little.
It was a big effort
crazy
to go see that. Yeah. It's not like I listed every person on the thing, but I feel like every year we do at least a couple of concerts, or at least one. We saw Travis Scott 2 times. Like, I feel like we see a lot of people. Yeah, there are people that go to like smaller shows and try to discover new music. That stuff's so expensive, and I'm like, I don't want to go if I don't know you that well.
My friend said that she's gonna go to Broken Social Scene and Metric are playing in her town. I was like, oh my God, only $50. I asked her if there were seats. She said yes. So I was like, I would totally go see them, if I could sit down like the old lady that I am
an old lady.
and reminisce about my college days.
Yeah. Well, I want to see, I just feel like I got to start making money moves.
You know what though? I'm actually not opposed to just like put the festival on Hulu. let me see new artists that way.
Yeah.
From the comfort of my home and in PJs.
I just totally forgot. I have a shirt from Flog Gnaw that I ordered online. I totally forgot I did that.
Oh, the Sasquatch thing?
Yeah.
Didn't it arrive?
It did. I just haven't worn it yet.
So what's in for you?
Nothing. I don't have anything. I don't have a thought.
Anything out?
I just nothing happened this week, Right.
Okay.
Well, I'm really glad we're going to have the chance to test a 30-minute episode. See how that works out. Okay, so I think that's it.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's it. Let's put ourselves out of our misery.
It's fun, but it's just not an episode. All right. Well, thanks for joining us this week. Really, really, thank you so much. Thank you. Please come back next week. We'll do it. It'll be more interesting, I promise. See you later. Stay pretty.
Stay prideful. Especially if you're black.
You can't finesse. Bitch, I move smart like a motherfucking Tesla. I'm clutching this Glock, do I look like a wrestler? Get put on your back, tryna act like a flexer. Hold on, wait, this Glock take 'em out like a date. She give me the pussy, I just want the face. Fuck her real good, put the bitch in her place. I'm high in the bitch, but my mind up in space.